So let's take a look at a sample presentation. It's about 8 slides, I think, and I'll run through them really quickly. I'm a Spanish teacher, so my presentation is a Spanish presentation, and it is about AR verbs. And so here we go, sample presentation. We have a warm-up, Calentamiento, what verbs do you remember from Unit 1? We have what the students will be able to do. I will be able to identify AR verbs. Then I start the review, the repaso, step 1. What is a verb? What is an example of a verb, etc., etc. Then I have the introduction, which is a video, questions about the video, práctica, an activity, how to conjugate a verb, which is part of the activity, part of the lesson. Go back to the beginning, to the calentamiento, to the warm-up, and I'm going to exit out of this presentation. I'm going to go into the add-ons and go to Pear Deck. Now, I do have another video, my no-nonsense guide to Pear Deck. And that is on my blog, which is theculturalclassroom.school.blog. And that kind of walks you through how to, the nitty-gritties of how to download Pear Deck and how to make a slide and things like that. So this is different. I'm just showing you how to just put a slide in. So I'm just assuming you already have Pear Deck on your computer. All right, so we have our add-on. We have Pear Deck. So I said that you can have a Pear Deck slide at the beginning of your lesson. Now, we can go over to our template library, and we can have a slide at the beginning of the lesson. When the students come in, and let's assume now we're in a distance learning environment and the kids are logging onto their computers, why don't we have a slide that asks them how they're doing? Why don't we have a stress check slide, or ask them what do they think about X, or what's filling their bucket? And so I like the stress check slide a lot. So I'm going to put that one in. Click on that one. It's just taking a moment to work. All right, and it came after my calentamiento. I don't want that. So I'm going to go over here and move the calentamiento, the warm-up after. Okay, so now what my presentation starts with is when they log in, they're going to get a stress check. And then I can also do this calentamiento in another way. I can make this a text slide. So why don't I take this slide and I just changed the text. By the way, I love the artwork. I love the artwork that Pear Deck has. Whoever their team of artists are, kudos to them. So here, I'll type instead, calentamiento. What verbs do you remember from Unit 1? And then I'll take that away. Now, why am I doing that? Because originally, the warm-up, they would have written it on their papers at home. Now, this warm-up, I'm going to see it on the computer. It's going to come through electronically via Pear Deck. And then I can show the answers that I like best. Or I can show answers that need improvement. And they're anonymous. They're not anonymous to me, but they're anonymous when I show them to the students, which is great. So that's wonderful. So the bell ringer do now, the check-in, the social emotional, great. So we have checked off our first way to Pear Deckify a lesson. So we've already Pear Deckified our lesson. So yay! Step 1, we've Pear Deckified our lesson.